All right. We watched a little bit of you guys working with some of the team. Is this the dynamic, kind of what we were seeing with you guys earlier? Is that how it goes down in the studio when you're working on music as well?
With Brothers, it's easy to be really honest.
Mm-hmm.
So in a setting like this, when you're working with other artists, you want to be encouraging, but you have to also be like, got to be real, because he's got Jonas' name to uphold. This team has to deliver, or he makes us look bad.
Is that how it's going down? Like, if he doesn't win this season, you guys feel like it's a knock on the name? Is there like a lot of family pressure on him to win this season?
Yeah.
If you don't win,
Simply put,
Yeah.
yes.
We're
If
here
you
to
don't
support.
win, you're out.
His team so far, we only have, I think, 4 more to meet.
Mm-hmm.
They're incredible.
Yeah.
They all sound great.
Totally.
There's a few standouts, I would say. They really look up to Nick, and that's important to have that in a coach, where they can go to him, confide in him, ask his advice. It seems like across the board, they're all kind of surprised with the song choices, and then they leave going, wow, I get it now.
What has it been like for you? Has this been a fun experience? What made you want to do this?
It's been a really fun experience. Also frightening. You know, that's the thing. The first day on set, when I sat down, saw my chair, saw my name on it, it was a surreal moment. And then you look over, you know, to the people to my left and right. It's Blake and John and Kelly. I think one of the things that was so special about having these guys come on and be my mentors for my team was that there's a real comfort here, and obviously, on top of being a band for as long as we have been, you know, we're family, and having that family dynamic just made me feel all the more comfortable, and I think in turn made my team feel like they could really put themselves out there and push themselves to grow.
John and Kelly are great people, and so is Blake, but he can be a little bit of a ball buster. Did he bust your balls
the first
in the
day,
beginning?
First day was pretty light on the ball busting, and then the second day they took the gloves off, all of them, and I was shocked at how quickly it got serious.
They let you like settle in for a day.
Yeah, they let the new guys settle in, then they took off the gloves, and day 2 was no joke.
That's some Sun Tzu stuff. That's like a false sense of security. Like, we're letting him get kind of comfortable, and then you really, once he lets his guard down. He always knew Kelly secretly. It was like
Kelly and I
really
actually
mean.
competed the most for the same people,
Really?
which I was surprised by. I thought it'd be me and John, but Kelly and I went head to head many times.
Who came out the victor?
Well, I don't want to say it was me, but
It was him.
it was evenly split.
It's got to be, as you said, you know, it's one thing working with your brothers in the studio, you know, but it's got to be kind of a strange experience to like find yourself mentoring other people who want to come up in this. Like for you guys, that was a pretty long time ago, you know, despite your young age. But what is it like to be ushering in or helping lift up a group of people who have that same dream as you?
Early on for me was combining my many different backgrounds. You know, in addition to what we do together as a band, you know, acting, musical theater background, all these things can really help sort of give someone perspective and even songwriting. And it's not to say that I'm always right or that any of us are always right, because we've been doing it for a long time. But we do have some added experience. So I've just been trying to bring that to the table, and you know, having these guys and their point of view, both of the artists in front of them and of me, you know, giving my teammates, my team members some perspective is so key, and they've done an amazing job.
Who's the most right, though?
Out of the 3 of us, or just in general?
Frequently. Who is the most right?
Wow. I don't know. We kind of work together.
I think we all have different strengths that we bring to the table, especially
Yeah.
with his artists. They're all so different. So we know when we can say, okay, you know what, Kevin, you got this one. Most of the time they're saying, Joe, you got this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we all balance each other out, and I think it's helpful when we're doing a mentoring session like this, where they're coming in looking for a lot of different advice, and it's cool to have Nick bring us in, because who better knows Nick, but also he can really trust our opinion going into this, because that can be a scary thing when you ask somebody to give their advice. It could be something completely different. And also, we're meeting these artists for the first time. Nick has gotten to know them a little bit more. It was a learning experience today, but I think he's got a real good shot at this thing. Seeing these singers come in here and deliver, me and Kevin have been very impressed.
Obviously now, like, this is kind of how the music business, in part, how the music business goes, right? It's like
Right.
these shows kind of help project people out into the spotlight and gives them a chance. Have you taken a moment to think to yourselves or to talk to yourselves like, oh, would we have been able to do something like this?
I think our path was different, you know, at the time, but do you think you could have done it?
I don't think I would have done well in this format at all.
Yeah.
And I've told a few of my artists that, just that I'm really impressed with how they've handled the pressure, because it took me years of performing to feel comfortable. But for them to come out on stage like this with the stakes as high as they are and deliver in the way they're delivering is really impressive.
You got cameras on you as well. I
Lot of
always
pre- lot of
imagine what it's
pressure.
like in their position, and there's so many different things happening. You have no time to be nervous.
Yeah.
It's the cameras. You're in front of these really amazing artists, and then you have this audience out there that you've never met before. Really get to pick if you stay or not, and that's just a lot. You have to really show who you are quickly in your voice, but also as your personality on and off stage.